Hey everyone, I thought I would bring you out on my deck today. I'm Shelly with Art for My Table, and I love to cook real food recipes. If you like recipes and kitchen hacks, then make sure you subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell. Today I'm sharing with you 8 tips for grilling perfection. The summer season is here and we use our grill a ton. If you've ever had your meat stick or overcooked or undercooked, then you are going to definitely want to stick around and hear these pro tips. Tip number 1 is to preheat your grill. It needs a good surge of heat to start that cooking. It can take anywhere from 10 to 15 minutes to preheat your grill. You want to get it about the 500-degree range. This is also going to help get those beautiful score marks on your chicken or whatever meat you are cooking. Tip number 2 is to keep your grill clean. Sometimes you can get a little leftover residue. You want to make sure you get all of that off before you start cooking. A steel brush is one of the best tools that you can use. Once your grill is hot, you can just give that a good scrape and it should all come off and leave you with nice, clean grates. This is also going to aid in those beautiful grill marks that you're looking for. Having a clean grate and having a really hot temperature is what's going to prevent your meat from sticking. Tip number 3 is to give it space. You need to create a little bit of space around the piece of meat for the heat to circulate, so you don't want to crowd your grill. Also, leave a bit of space empty on your grill in case you need to move food around to a warmer spot or a cooler spot. Tip number 4, leave the lid on. This helps keep the grates hot enough to sear your meat, and it also keeps a consistent temperature throughout. It speeds up the cooking time and prevents the food from drying out. It also traps in that smokiness flavor that we love to get from grilling. Lastly, it prevents flare-ups. Tip number 5, use a timer. Time and temperature is key. We're very easily distracted these days, so set that timer so you will not overcook anything. Tip number 6 is tame that flame. If you feel like the flames are getting out of control because that juice is dripping down, just move things around a little bit. You can take something off of direct heat and move it onto indirect heat, and that will help to control that. Indirect heat is simply when you have the flame around your food but not directly below your food. Tip number 7, only turn it once. I know the temptation is great to keep flipping that meat, but prime caramelization will happen if you just leave it alone. Tip number 8, never ever use lighter fluid. It's full of chemicals and nobody wants to taste that on their food. Okay, bonus tip, let it rest. Once you take that meat off of the grill, let it set for about 5 to 10 minutes before you serve it up and cut into it. The reason you want to let it rest is because while it's over that heat, all of the juices from the meat rise to the surface, and you'll even see that it looks juicy and delicious. So once you take it off, if you give it 5 to 10 minutes before you cut into it, all of those juices will redistribute back into the meat and you will have the best, juiciest piece of meat. And those are all the pro tips that you need for grilling perfection. Happy grilling, and I will see you next time.